How do you think your game is going to translate from European setting into college setting?
We'll see. I've been trying to do that in the practices every day for 3 months now, and I mean, I think it's kind of coming along. It's great mix for our team and for myself, and I think it's so far so good, and it's only upway from here on. Yep.
Jason Shear, go ahead.
Hey James, what's it like been kind of sitting out, and what's the focus been on, just how have you improved and things like that?
Sitting out has been hard, but also really helpful for not just my game, but for me just growing as a player and as a person. While I'm sitting out, my focus has really been learning the system here at Arizona, trying to just, be ready for when I come on, just hit the ground running, and really still continue to work on my game, getting faster, getting stronger, and working on my leadership, my ability to lead a team. So that's sitting out has helped me with that a lot.
And then for Kerr, I know it's only been practices, but what's the biggest difference that you've noticed in terms of just adjusting to college?
I think everything is kind of more physical, especially playing against James. James is on my ass every day in the practices, so I haven't really felt that before. And in general, more individual, more one-on-one, which is good for me also to get to improve on this aspect.
Justin Spears, you're up next.
James, what do you remember about the first time Arizona recruited you out of high school?
Uh, what I remember about it, it's really the same. I remember Coach Miller uh, contacted me a lot, and basically, everything he was telling me has, been true thus far. Playing fast pace, he's really tough on guards, and he really like he was a point guard. So some of the things that, you know, I'm able to do, he did. So he able to help me a lot more.
And what was your first impression of Coach Miller when he first started recruiting you?
I love them. I love the school. I love the system. I love the way they played. I love Arizona. It's the same way I look at them now.
And you're from California, so obviously you're familiar
Yeah,
with
Oakland.
Pac-12 basketball.
Yeah.
What was your overall perception of Arizona if you had one growing up?
Point guard, you. When you think of Arizona, you think all the great point guards that came. Steve Kerr, Damon Stoudemire, Mike Bibby, just name a few. So when you think Arizona, you think point guard, you. It's a place to really grow, really expand your game, and really take it to the next level.
All right, Bruce Pasco, you're up next.
Yeah, James, since we haven't had a chance to talk to you since you got here, actually, I was wondering if you would mind kind of backing up a little and running us through the process of why you decided to come here, why you decided to leave Georgetown, and kind of how that all played out. And you talked a little about sitting out last year, but I was wondering when you got here, what it was specifically like. I assume you played against Nico a lot, or
Hmm.
kind of what your life has been like the last 12 months.
Yeah, Arizona is just the right fit for me, the way I want to play. Uh, that's it. That's all. Nothing else. I love the school. I love the coach. I love the fans. I love the atmosphere here. So I was really excited to come on board. And sitting out has been cool though. Like they made it as easy as possible. They made the transition for me as easy as possible. I was able to, like you said, compete against Nico every day. We made each other better. We took a lot of things from each other last year, and I was able to learn the system and learn a lot of things that I feel like is you guys gonna see me implement in my game this year. So I feel like the process was really well for me.
Was there anything about Georgetown? I mean, that there was obviously some off the court situation, which I understand you weren't involved in, but it just seemed like a lot going on at that time. And did that play a role? I mean, because on the court, obviously you were playing a big role and doing well. I didn't know if like things got to you off the court where you just figured you needed to leave, or you wanted to be back closer to home, or what was your thinking back then?
Uh, None of the allegations or whatever was going on had nothing to do with me leaving. I was, like you said, I wasn't involved. Therefore, I didn't know too much about what was going on when I decided to leave. It was news to me, just like it was news to you guys. It was a lot of other things that influenced my decision on leaving, but that not being one of them.
Thanks.
Ezra, go ahead next.
Thanks. Hey, Kerr, question for you. So you're named after Arizona legend Steve Kerr. How has Steve Kerr inspired your own career, and how do you hope to follow in his footsteps here at U of A?
Yeah, obviously he's a legendary player and even better coach now. I mean, he hasn't really given me an impact. He was playing the different times that I was really small back then. So I've been just like watching some videos from back in the days. But yeah, I mean, now I'm wearing his number, and it's I take it more like a responsibility to give this 25 in the rafters and in good hands.
Definitely. And then one question for James. What do you like most about living in Tucson, especially compared to where you were in the DC area before this?
I like the weather a lot. I don't think that, living in DC, I'm from Cali, I'm from Oakland, so we don't ever get snow, nothing like that. So I like the weather out here better. And I like the fans, the atmosphere. Living over here, like in a college town, everybody know you, everybody embrace you. And I think that's what I like most about Tucson.
Great. Thank you.
Steve Rivera, you're up next.
Hey guys, with so many people, so many new people on the roster, how's the chemistry been on and off the court? Obviously, people are excited to see you guys, a lot of fresh faces, things like that. How are things playing first, and then maybe off the court second?
I can go.
Yeah, good.
I mean, in the beginning, it was since we have a lot of internationals, everybody has different culture. So in the beginning, it was obviously it wasn't it's all a progress, and in the beginning it was a little bit different, a lot of new faces, everybody meeting each other first time. But now after every practice, things are going the right way, on the court and off the court. Off the court, we're having a lot of good time, grabbing some food, going to watch some NBA games when they were on, and just having good time.
James talked about maybe the pace. I always ask this of Coach, if the pace will be fast. Most of the times it is, not all the time. But have you been practicing that?
Things that yeah, definitely. That's one of the things that I focus on coming in every day. That's one of the things that my teammates and my coaches look for me to do, is to push the pace. So when we playing fast, the team that we got this year, I feel like we got a lot of different lineups we could play. We could play big, we could play small, and when we playing fast, I feel like that's when we at our best. Yeah.
How is that smallish lineup?
It's great.
All right, thanks.
Christian Mortensen, you're next.
What's going on, guys? This is a question for both of you. Considering you guys are both guards, what's it been like working with Jason Terry, one of the best guards to come through Arizona? What's his impact been like on both of you guys?
It's been amazing. Jason Terry, he played here and he played at the next level, so he knows what it takes to get there. And, he's really passionate about his job. So sometimes, he's almost like he out there playing with you. And one thing about being a guard playing for him is he's going to be on you every day. Like, he never allows me or Kerr or any other guards to take a day off. He's always pushing us to get better, compete hard. So it's real good working with him.
Yeah, I agree with James. Everything James said, and also I would add that I like that he sees the small details that others might not see. So he brings up the things that other coaches wouldn't see, because he's played in the higher level and he knows like the stuff a little bit better, maybe. So this is really good point also.
Ryan Hansen, go ahead.
James, you mentioned that point guard U was an attraction to you. If you look back at the history of all those point guards, they weren't all the same. they did their business a little bit differently. Can you describe what kind of a point guard you want to be at Arizona?
I'm gonna be James Akinjo.
What does that mean? Yeah, tell me about it. Do you like dishing more, scoring more, ball?
I mean, you guys see me
Tell me
play.
in basketball terms, what do you do?
I mean, you guys see me play. I'm gonna just go out there, be myself, and do whatever coach asks me.
Bruce Pasco, go ahead.
Well, this is kind of along those lines, but I was wondering for both of you guys, you both have a lot of ability both on and off the ball, scoring. I mean, do you see yourselves as point guards with this team, or scoring point guards, combo guards, and is there a difference between what you two do? Maybe as you've played against each other, have you found that one of you is better in this area than that area, or that kind of thing? I'm trying to get a feel for what each of you bring, basically.
There's no difference. We both really good guards, and we can go out there and do whatever coach asks of us.
Kerr, how would you put it as far as that goes?
I would just leave it out here the same way. We do what we have to do, and I'm not going to compare myself to James at all.
All right, we'll do two more, Sammy Sabolka and then Christian Mortensen, and then we'll move on to the next group. So Sammy, you're up first.
Yeah, how do you guys think it's going to be different this year playing without fans? Obviously, the McHale Center is one of the best atmospheres in college basketball. How do you think it's going to affect you guys and your team?
Curry ain't had the pleasure of seeing McHale yet. He only seen videos. So for him, it's gonna be like playing basketball, really. Like, for me too. Like growing up as a kid, you always play empty gyms. I just like playing basketball, but I am gonna miss the atmosphere. I set out and I seen it at McHale and Kerr seen videos, and that's something we both want to be a part of. That's something we both want to play in. But regardless of how it is, we're gonna go out there and take care of business.
All right, Christian, last one here for these guys, and then we're going to get the next group in.
Cool. Another question for both you guys. What's it been like playing against Terrell Brown every day in practice? What's he kind of like on the court, just from your guys' opinion?
Terrell is a great guy, first of all, off the court. Really good guy and very friendly. On the court, has a lot of experience since he's been playing this NCAA already for a long time. We stick together. He helps me a lot. I'm pretty sure he helps James also. But he's been helping me a lot since I'm not really used to, and I don't really know how the NCAA and how Pac-12 is going to be. So he's been giving me a lot of advice, and he's a really great player for us.